Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the interview experience by I Love Metallurgy. With me, Harsh this time. Today we have with us our very special guest, Pratik Kumar sir. Sir has recently been placed in a company called ProcDNA. Hello sir. Firstly, congratulations for your new role and we are really glad that you have accepted our invitation. It's nice to have you here, sir.
Thank you, Harsh. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to let me speak and let me share my experience with you, juniors.
Yes. It's our pleasure, sir. Also, sir. So moving on to our very first question, sir. Sir, could you please give a brief intro about the company and what will be your role and responsibilities there?
Okay, so I got placed in a company called ProcDNA. It is a startup. It was established in 2020, so it is a pretty new company. So the goal of our company is to provide commercial analytics and technology solutions to life science firms. Okay, so life science firms, they include pharmacies for different pharmaceutical companies. So moving on, we will be we are now expanding into different fields as well. We are going into handling clients, gaming clients as well. So the main and my role is I have been recruited at a post of business analyst. So I need to get the data, obtain valuable insights from that data, and explain it to the clients that how those insights will be relevant to them and how they could use them to expand their business and to means progress through that, and how they need to proceed with different commercial analytics using those insights.
Okay. Sir, what will be the tools that you'll be working with?
Okay, so the tools that it is the tools that I will be working with, like different ETL tools, different data extraction tools, different database management tools, and different programming languages and machine learning tools. So those will be like Python. Everyone needs to work with. We need to work with Python. For ETL, we use Alteryx. For data visualization, we use Tableau as well as Alteryx, and we need to have a good command on MS Excel as well.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, these are the tools that I will be working with as a business analytics intern.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, how many levels were there in the interview process and how did you prepare for it, sir?
Yeah, okay. So the interview process for ProcDNA, it was quite long. Okay, we had like a week full for the process of ProcDNA. Okay, so starting with, we had a written round which contained different quants, logical reasonings, allied data interpretation questions. Okay, which we needed to means it was a written on online assessment test. You needed to pass that. After that, next we had a case study competition where all the people selected in the written round, they were paired into groups of three. Okay, so that you and a case study question was given to you which you needed to solve and present it during the next interview. Okay, the next interview, it was a technical interview where all the people who had worked on their case study, they needed to showcase their case study presentation. It was an individual interview. After that, we had a HR round, and the HR round was also like, it was a fit round, but it was also more or less an technical interview. Okay, so ProcDNA, it focuses more on the technical sides, and the HR interview, like they see the soft skills, but both the interviews were kind of a technical interview.
Okay, sir. So could you please tell how many students applied for it and were selected?
Okay, yeah. So ProcDNA, it was a day zero company. So it was the means you should know that it was the first company which visited a campus for the placement of fourth year. So almost all the company, almost all the students from every branch, they applied for the written test. So around, I think, 30 students got selected after the written test. Then for the case study round, there were around 10 teams, like 3 students each. And from those 10 teams, I think 4 teams got selected for the first round of interview. After that, 6 people were selected for the HR round. And of those 6 people, 4 of them were selected.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how to keep ourselves motivated during the placement seasons?
Okay, I won't be the right person to ask this question. The thing is that I got placed pretty early,
Yes.
so it was not a kind of like, I didn't go through that phase where you get rejections and where you need to keep yourself motivated. But I have seen from the experience of my friends that you should focus more on the skills rather than the companies, like rather than focusing on companies that which will be visiting the campus and means studying on that. You should work on your skills, not talk to many of your friends who got placed, because that gives you like a means that why is someone else getting placed and why am I getting a rejection. So keep to yourself, keep a good list of a good few friends whom you could contact when you have queries and while you are studying. So that is like that. I felt that that was really helpful for me as well during the preparation for ProcDNA.
Okay, sir. Sir, is it important to do internships before applying to the company?
uh, it is not important. Okay, it is a myth. Like most, I get this question a lot, that do we need to do internships for getting placed? Like, see, they know that you are a metallurgy student, so for you to have an internship in the data analytics or data science, data engineering field, it is pretty, like, it is not usual for you to have, for a metallurgy student to have internship there. I personally, I didn't have any internship there, any internship in the data analytics field. I had an internship in core, but it was irrelevant, so I didn't mention that in my interview. So I will recommend you to meet. Okay, the another thing which is most important is to do a self project, like a project on data science or machine learning, so that that will help you showcase your skills to the interviewer, because the interviewer needs to assess you. Okay, if you don't have an internship, then like there needs to be something on which he could assess you. Okay, so the a project on machine learning or data science, it helps the interviewer to assess how much knowledge you have in that field. So internship is not a requirement. I personally didn't have any internship, and most of my friends also, they don't have internship and they are placed in a good company. So internship is not important, but yeah, you need to work on having projects and learning the skills.
So instead of doing internships, we can do projects which
Yeah,
we can
self
showcase to our
project.
interviewers.
Yes. Okay. Like, see, okay. So you mean it means I get a question like, how will you start on a project by yourself? Okay. So there are different websites, there are different YouTube channels. They provide you with the data set for those projects and what are the insights which you could get from those data sets. So start learning the tools and start downloading those data sets and working on those data sets to get like important and usual business insights. There are many competitions also organized by different IITs and NITs where you get a chance to work on different data set and complete a project. So start with that. That will be helpful.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay.
So could you please tell how to maintain the decent CGP and how does it affect the placements?
Okay, like yeah, so maintaining a decent CJP is important when it comes to getting placed in a core company, because they see like they judge you on the basis of CGPA, because that is what shows them that how skilled you are in the metallurgy field. But when it comes to non-core, like I don't have a very good CGPA. I was earlier in the above 8 CGPA. Now I am above 7.5, I think. I have not checked CGPA for a while. So, okay, so that is the thing. Like the focus on the skills which are relevant to the job profile you are working on, rather than focusing more on your metallurgy field. Okay, you need to maintain a decent CGPA above 7.5, above 8 as well, because if you need to focus on going for higher studies like MBA. Okay, and there are some companies which require 7 above. Means your CGPA requirement should be above 7 to sit for the recruitment process. Okay, so maintaining 7 above is good. That could be easily achieved by at least paying attention to the examination a week before the exams. Yeah.
So as all of us are taught soft skills in colleges, how does it actually helps in interviews getting placed?
See, when it comes to technical fields, the technical knowledge is more important. But like if there are two people, okay, one of them has means both of them have are equal on the level of technological field. But if someone has a better soft skill, he will be more confident while showcasing his technical skills. Okay, because he would be able to express those things in a good way. So I would suggest you to, like, if you are weak on your soft skill sides, you should start working on it now, because like you guys are in the 2020 batch, so you have 2 years before the placement session. So like get together with friends on a Zoom or a Google Meet call and start with GD sessions, or just start communicating in English, because I know most of us have problem in English. Okay, most of my batchmates also, they had the same issue, and we all started having GD sessions, communicating with each other in English. This helped us build confidence as well. So like it's soft skill more or less helps you to build confidence when it comes to sit in front of your interviewer and tackling those questions. So if you have good soft skills, they will also help you on the technical side as well, to be able to express yourself in a better way.
Sir, what were your key pointers that stood for you in the interview
Yeah.
what they looked at, the interviewers looked at your resume.
So like yeah, so my interview like yeah, I missed this point. My interview started that he asked me what are the what are the internships that you worked on, and tell me about the internships. And like I got nervous because I didn't have any internship in the non-core sector. So I tackled that question and I said that I didn't get a chance to do any internship in this field, but I have done some projects. Okay. And then I showed to him that how I learned, means I self taught myself different tools, different SQL, means different, like how to write SQL queries, different machine learning algorithms. I showcased to him that how I taught myself this. Means this helped him see that I am a quick learner. Okay. And that when I will be getting an opportunity to work with them, I will be able to learn the different tools used by the organization quickly. Okay, so this was which helped me stand out from other competitors, like other people who were giving the interview. Okay. And then it was like they keep on pressurizing you, they keep on asking you more and more questions. Like when you have exhausted of all the answers, then still they would like to know more. Okay. Like what else, like for the case study, they asked me what are the insights, and I gave them a list of around 7 to 8 insights, and I exhausted all the insights I had, and still he asked me for 5 more. And at the spot I created 5 more insights which I didn't earlier work on. And means he didn't, means obviously मतलब उसको नहीं पता चला कि हम अभी क्रिएट किए insights.
Yes.
Okay. बट हम मतलब उसको एक्सप्लेन कर दिए सारा insights, नया insights, and it helped me a lot. So he felt like he was very quite impressed with the soft skills as well. Okay, like you need to be good, well poised, you need to respect the interviewer.
Yes.
That is important.
तो इंटरव्यू में हमारे साथ ऐसा होगा कि वो हमें प्रेशराइज करेंगे, लेकिन हमें उस समय काम रहना है, कूल रहना है.
हाँ, मतलब
और
तुम जैसे बहुत इंटरव्यूज में ऐसा होता है कि जैसे मैंने ऑफ कैंपस में इंटरव्यूज दिया, तो उसमें ऐसा होता है कि दे लाइक, जैसे अभी मेरा एक इंटरव्यू था, उसमें मुझसे ये पूछा गया कि तुम ऑलरेडी प्लेस्ड हो, स्टिल तुमने ये कंपनी क्यों ज्वाइन करना है. ठीक है. तो अब फिर उसमें फिर वो क्वेश्चन आ जाता है कि हम क्या रिप्लाई करें, कि क्या हमको अपना जॉब प्रोफाइल चेंज करना है, और डू आई नीड टू गेट अ हायर सीटीसी. ठीक है. तो फिर उसने पूछा, देन आई एक्सप्लेन दैट कि आई वुड लाइक मींस समथिंग एल्स. देन तो ये सारा चीज टैकल करना होगा तुम्हें. ठीक है. वहां पे वो पूछ देगा कि व्हाई इज सीटीसी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू, why being a metallurgy student you're not waiting for core companies. Okay, it is an irrelevant question. Means it is an irrelevant question if you're not preparing for a core company, you're preparing for a non-core company. But still he keeps on pressurizing you that तुम 4 साल मेटलर्जी पढ़ रहे हो, बट क्यों नहीं मेटलर्जी कंपनी में जाना है. तो यू नीड टू answer calmly, you need to answer in a respectful way that okay, I am more interested, more inclined towards the non-core field. It's not that I don't study metallurgy, I study metallurgy for the college exams, but yeah, I am more inclined and more interested I am more data driven in that field. So you need to explain calmly, you need to be calm.
yes.
Okay.
Sir, so we are in the final segment of this interview. Can you please share some tips to keep in mind for the juniors watching this?
Okay, yeah. So like the most important thing which worked for me, it was like a senior told me once when I was preparing for my placement before ProcDNA. He told me once that you should focus on one of the things. Like there are two steps in every placement procedure. Like first you need to give a written exam, and then is the interview. Okay. So what he did, that he focused on the written exams. Like he was so confident with his written skills that he cracked all the written exams for all the companies he sat for. Okay. So he told me, मतलब तुम एक चीज को अपना स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट बना लो. मतलब अगर रिटन एग्जाम होगा तो वो तो तुमको क्रैक करना ही है, या फिर अगर इंटरव्यू को स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट बनाते हो, तो अगर तुम इंटरव्यू तक पहुंचे देन तुम्हारा प्लेसमेंट श्योर है, क्योंकि यू आर सो कॉन्फिडेंट विथ योर इंटरव्यू एंड सो कॉन्फिडेंट विथ योर speaking skills and with your technology, with the technology aspects which will be asked in the interview. So हम पहले वर्क कर रहे थे मोर ऑन दी इंटरव्यू, बट देन आई रियलाइज्ड कि इंटरव्यू में बैठने का चांस बहुत लेट से मिल सकता है. ओके. सो आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन द रिटन स्किल्स. सो आई गॉट so proficient in my written skills, like quantitative, logical reasoning and data interpretation, that मतलब हम इतना कॉन्फिडेंस थे कि जितना भी हम रिटन एग्जाम्स देंगे, आई विल क्वालिफाई ऑल ऑफ देम. Okay, so that worked a lot. जो पहला कंपनी आया उसमें ही रिटर्न क्लियर हो गया. And although because I worked on my interview skills before that, so I got a chance to convey myself better in the interview and got placed at that. So कोई एक चीज स्ट्रॉन्ग करो, या तो रिटर्न या इंटरव्यू.
Yes. So, sir, we are done with our interview session. Thank you, sir, for taking time off for this interview. I'm sure our viewers would have found this lucrative enough. Once again, thank you, sir. We are very honored to have you as our guest today, sir.